Hello, I'm Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to an economic weather report. Today we're going to have a look at the relationship between New Zealand and Australian wages and what happens to migration to Australia. And over a very long time. This chart was put together by the 2025 task force, the one that came out from Don Brash last week and was widely panned, but there are some very interesting bits and pieces of data to come out of it. Now this chart shows what happens over the long term, going back 40 or 50 years, with migration to Australia and the gap between New Zealand and Australian wages. It shows that it's been up and down, but the trend is very clear. As the gap has widened, the amount of migration to Australia has grown very sharply. That's why, partly why, the 2025 task force came out with such radical measures to try and improve that gap. And the underlying concern remains the same. Unless New Zealand can tighten that gap between Australian and New Zealand wages, we risk a long-term migration of our best and brightest, not to mention our tradespeople, to Australia. I'm Hickey. That was a special economic weather report brought to you in association with interest.co.nz.